Yo, Still Mills, what's the deal, man? It's Wednesday, hump day. Tomorrow is Friday Eve, and we there one day closer to the big to the big fight card of the century. I can't wait for this fight, man. I can't wait. This card about it's unfortunate what happened with Shakur and Floyd, but at least we still get to see Shakur in action. So that's what's up. I'm proud to see. I'm happy. I'm happy that he is. He's not being taken off of the card, man. I'm glad to see that. But peep game, the fight that I really want, I think is going to fuck around and be possibly the best fight on the card. That's Joshua Buatsi versus Callum Smith, man. I think this fight right here is really a fight that's going to be a sleeper. Everybody is sleeping on this fight, and because I think a lot of people are just feeling like Joshua Buatsi because he's a younger and fresher fighter. He's just going to go in there and just clean this dude up. I don't see it like that, man. I don't see it like that. The European circuit has never been. It's not as valued over here, man. A lot of people still have this preconceived notion that Brits, for some reason, they just not like that. And the only way to be like that is if you're a black Brit, if you come from the Caribbean, or if if you have African. Well, if you come from your first generation Brit by way of African parents who migrated into that country, man, it's a lot of wild. It's just a lot of wild shit that goes on over there, man. As far as just people's mindset over here, not over there, but people's mindset over here, they're just really disrespectful of the European circuit, and I really take issue with that because I'm like, y'all had this mindset just because you're American, you tougher than everybody, man. I can't grasp that concept, man. And for years it's been this, just y'all know the link, y'all know the slogan, man, Euro bum and all that bullshit. I really take issue with that because when you say that, you discredit a fighter's victory over that particular individual right there, man. And when you look at Callum Smith, I think it's wild that his status in the division was being ignored because they were pushing for David Benavidez so much while they were both at super middleweight. And I'm like, what? It bothers me, man. So I'm on record with calling for a fight with not Canelo, but Callum and David Benavidez for some time since they both up. Now they both up there at 175. It's time to make it happen. Time to make it happen, man. But nonetheless, we gonna keep it on Joshua Buatsi versus Callum Smith, man. And man, I don't know who I got in this fight. Like I said earlier, people are saying that Joshua Buatsi because he's the younger and fresher fighter. There's not as much wear and tear on him. My thing is this, man. Since when does having one knockout loss? Since when does that account for wear and tear? Spence, granted, he got knocked out by Canelo Alvarez, not Canelo, but by Bud. But look at everything that happened before that fight. The car accident, him having to get sidelined because, for the Manny fight because of, a detached retina or whatever during sparring. So his situation is a lot more severe, even though how that fight transpired it'd have been the same result if they had fought at any time in that man's welterweight campaign. It'd have been the same result. But his situation is a lot different from Callum Smith's situation. Callum Smith has only been knocked out one time. Once. Canelo did beat up on him. Canelo beat the shit out of Callum Smith. But what people aren't understanding is those two are the cream of the crop in their division. Canelo became undisputed in that division. Beterbiev became undisputed at 175 pounds. So y'all can't sit here and say that because he lost to those dudes who eventually went on to become undisputed after he lost to them, that we don't know if he's the same and all this and all that. I'm like, man, that shit is stupid. That shit is stupid. That dude is still a top dog in the division, man. And it bothers me, man, how just, oh man, he got knocked out, he done, he washed, man. Like fighters haven't, had a multitude of knockouts throughout the duration of their career, man. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? It's nasty work, man. But this fight is gonna be a banger, man. Cause while I'm sitting here praising Callum Smith, Joshua Buatsi is worthy of that praise as well, because he's a dude who was supposed to have been he is a dude who was supposed to have been done what Callum Smith has done. He was offered a fucking Bivol fight not too long ago, and he withdrew from it. Like, he didn't want to find out. He didn't want to find out. And y'all don't think that's gonna play a key factor in this fight? This dude was supposed to fight Bivol for a belt, bro, and he found a way to back out. And Bivol ain't even as destructive as the dude that Callum Smith went in there and fought, and Better Biev. Because if Better Biev wins that fight, that puts him immediately in the scope of Better Biev if he wants a title shot. So I don't know if he's ready now. I personally think he, from a skill set standpoint, yeah, he is ready. But is he mentally ready to go to that next level? Is he mentally ready to go there, man? Just a whole bunch of bullshit keep happening between him and Anthony Yard. What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? What is we doing? What are we doing? So that's going to be a key component in this fight, man, is if he's ready to take it. Is he really ready to actually do what he got to do to beat Callum Smith and put himself on the world stage? He's already there. He just doesn't want to seem to take it to that next level. It is what it is, man. But as far as the fight is concerned, man, it's really a 50-50 fight. When you peel all the other layers, somebody's mentality, their past losses, you peel all that shit away. You just dissect them from a skill set standpoint. It's really a 50-50 fight. It's really a 50-50 fight. Joshua Buatsi fighting Dan Aziz and Willie Hutchinson. Those are good wins, especially I think the Willie Hutchinson one was a real good win, because he didn't look too good in there against Dan Aziz. It was kind of like, even Craig Richards, whatever the fuck ever with Craig Richards, man. But he, Hutchinson's, I think that was his fight. That was the fight that he was like, I'm officially here now. And that may have added some spunk to him as far as him actually wanting to get up and, I got next. I want my shot at the title next. So that may have did the trick, man. But how he fought Willie Hutchinson, that will be his best shot at beating Callum Smith. Getting into that man's chest and putting your body on him and forcing him back and everything. That's his kryptonite. That's his kryptonite. But the thing is, what happens? Because Callum Smith is gonna catch you with it. He's gonna counter him with that catch and shoot left hook. And when he does that, does he revert to being an economical fighter? Does he revert back to being an economical fighter and not giving as much output as he should be doing if he wants to win the fight? I don't know. There's a lot of variables in this fight. Man. Joshua Buatsi didn't really even show he had a second gear until his last fight against Hutchinson, when he was really going in for the kill, trying to step on that dude. But I don't think, I don't want to say Willie Hutchinson ain't Callum Smith. I don't want to say that. But between all of these fighters outside of Bivol, the dudes who are left standing now in the division, man, Callum Smith has been in there with the best in the division. From 68 to 75, he's been in the best. He's been in there with the best in the division. Experience matters, man. It matters, and I don't think after you're in there with Bivol or Better Biev, there's nobody else as menacing in the division. If you're at 168 pounds, there's nobody else as menacing in the division as Canelo. So I've been in here with the best, the cream of the crop, and that shit is being dismissed because I lost. And he hasn't been in there with the fighters of this caliber, so he hasn't had to, he hasn't lost yet. He hasn't had to face adversity. Experience matters. I'm always leaning towards the dude who has the experience, who's been in there, who's forced your deficiencies to come to the light. Callum Smith has been in there with those who, with dudes who have they forced his deficiencies into the light. John Ryder did it to a certain degree as well, because that's when we really saw, Callum Smith don't really like pressure. Callum Smith don't really like pressure. But the thing is, when you got John Ryder has intelligent feet to get, cut that angle and get to the side of your shots, or get to the side of get to your outside hand and close distance that way. So it's a certain level of intellect with John Ryder, and it's that southpaw stance. It's a little bit different, and he's a little, he's way smaller than Joshua Buatsi. So it's a bit of a difference. But what we're seeing from Callum Smith in the now, with Buddy McGurk at his back, we're seeing a spiteful Callum Smith, my nigga. Like, we're seeing a dude who ain't scared to sit there and 10 toes down and bang it out. We're seeing a dude who's a lot more defensively sound, competent in the pocket, getting under hooks, getting to the sides of shots, tight guard, right there in the clinch. He's using his jab a lot more. And that catch and shoot, he's a lot more effective in the now with that catch and shoot left hook than he's ever been. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, this is a tough fight. I do think that Joshua Buatsi is ready to step into the Shark Tank. I honestly do. I honestly do, man. He just his deeds have said, his actions have shown otherwise. Has shown otherwise of that. But now after his fight with Willie Hutchinson, that was a dude. I'm like, yo, man, your homeboy own that right now. He owned that right now. So this might be the best fight on the card, bro. If we being real, this might be the best fight on the card. This might be the best fight on the card. And I think with Callum Smith in this fight, I don't think it's a do or die fight for any of them, because it's, for one, with the Turkey, with the Turk interjecting himself into the sport. You can lose and still find yourself on a Riyadh card, because it's not necessarily about perfect records or nothing like that. It's about giving us the fights that we want to see. So I don't think it's do or die for any of them. But it is like, the title shot is right there. I'm right on the precipice of a title bout. It's right there. All I got to do is go out and win. So the road will be easier for you for whoever wins this fight. But I don't think it's a do or die fight for any of them. I honestly don't. It's too many big fights, and neither one of them saw Anthony Yarde just yet. Callum Smith ain't went out and saw Bivol. He ain't saw Dan Aziz. He ain't saw Kalajic. He ain't saw Morrell. He ain't saw Benavidez. Neither one of them have saw Vosdick. You know what I'm saying? Callum hasn't saw Hutchinson, nor has he saw Spider Richards. It's a lot of big names, reputable fighters up there at 175 pounds, man. So I don't think it's a do or die card for do or die fight for either of them. But that's how they feel in their minds or whatever, and that adds fuel to the fire to give them more motivation to go out there and win the fight. Callum Smith is a dude who's he's lost, and he's trying to crawl his way back after that knockout loss to Artur Beterbiev. But even then, there's no shame in that. Why? Because the only one who saw the 12th round or the final bell against Beterbiev was Bivol. So it's really like, can you blame him for that? Like, Marcus Brown, Joe Smith Jr., Anthony Yarde, he's done damage to everybody. He's done damage to fucking Bivol. The dude said, this man was hitting me so hard, it felt like my thumbs was melting into my face. He was hitting me that hard in my arms. But Beterbiev is, I don't know what the fuck these Eastern European motherfuckers is made of, man, but them dudes are some scary motherfuckers. They are, you know what I'm saying? And he stood, he went out, he came up short in that fight, but everybody has come up short in that fight, and all but one have came up short in the same manner when they fought that dude. So to sit there and say that he's not the same fighter that he once was, or he washed or whatever because he lost, he got knocked out by Artur Beterbiev and he got beat on by Canelo Alvarez, that's ridiculous, because Joshua Buatsi hasn't been through that type of circumstances yet, where his lack of output could get him severely fucked up. He hasn't been in a fight of that magnitude yet. Experience matters. Experience and who you fight matters. And I'm leaning towards Callum Smith in this fight, bro. I'm gonna be real. I'm leaning towards Callum Smith. I'm not super sure though, man, but I can't dismiss quality of opposition that you've been in with, bro. There's no way you could be dismissive of that. This dude has been in with not everybody, but the cream of the crop in both divisions. That matters. Joshua Buatsi hasn't, and when he could have been, he opted to get out the way. But Buatsi has the goods to beat Callum Smith. He does. He can get spiteful in the clinch, man. He's good in the pocket. He really is, man. He can take it. He can take it to you, but will he want to take it to Callum Smith? I'm not so sure. We'll see. We'll find out on Saturday, man. But me personally, I'm leaning towards Callum Smith in this fight. In a bang fest. In 4 fights, the 3 fights that Callum Smith has won, he's won by way of knockout. So he has the power. He's clearly the bigger puncher. He's the bigger man. He's the more experienced man. Joshua Buatsi is just, he hasn't been knocked out, but he has the style to beat Callum Smith. He does, because he's a damn good counter puncher. And when he wants to, he can turn on the pressure. So we'll see how this goes. But me personally, I'm going to have to ride with Callum Smith, man, just on experience alone. Got to ride with him on experience alone, man. So all in all, I'm looking forward to this fight. I can't fucking wait. Saturday can't get here fast enough. May the best man win. May the best man win. And good luck to the rest of the combatants at Riyadh. I'm going to do, I just got here to the gas station. I'm going to do breakdowns for all of the fights. I go down this weekend. But this is my first official one. I'll do one tomorrow on my way to work. But yeah, I'm going with Joshua, with Callum Smith to beat Joshua Buatsi. And I'm not, bro. Yeah. Not entirely sure about it. I'm kind of apprehensive on it, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. So it is what it is, man. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling about it, man. I'll get with y'all later. Y'all stay righteous. Deuces.